Your brain hasn't been quiet in years. And I don't mean that as a metaphor, I mean it literally. From the moment you wake up to the moment you fall asleep, your brain is processing. Notifications, emails, conversations, content, background noise, music, podcasts, more content, more notifications. There is no pause. There is no reset. There is no moment where your nervous system gets to stop and recover, and you wonder why you can't focus. Here's what most people don't understand about focus. Focus is not something you build, it's something you recover. Your brain is naturally capable of deep, sustained attention. You had it as a child. You've seen it in yourself on the rare occasion when everything aligned and you got into a flow state so deep that hours passed without noticing. That capacity is still there. It didn't disappear. It got buried under years of constant stimulation. Every notification your brain receives triggers a small dopamine release. Every scroll, every like, every new email, small hits, hundreds of times per day, every day. Your brain adapted to this. It started expecting stimulation constantly, and when that stimulation isn't there, when there's silence, when there's nothing to process, your brain now reads that as a problem. It gets anxious. It reaches for the phone before you even consciously decide to. This is not weakness. This is chemistry. Specifically, it's your dopamine system responding exactly the way it was conditioned to respond. The good news is that chemistry can be reset, but not with another app, not with a new productivity system, not with more discipline or better habits or a different morning routine. Those things treat the symptoms. What resets the underlying chemistry is the one thing your brain has been starved of: sustained, deliberate silence. But here's the problem with silence. It's uncomfortable, especially at first, because when you remove all the stimulation, your brain doesn't immediately go quiet. It gets louder. All the thoughts you've been drowning out with content start surfacing. All the things you've been avoiding start showing up. The discomfort you feel in the first few minutes of silence is real, and most people interpret that discomfort as evidence that silence doesn't work for them. They reach for their phone. They put on music. They find something to process. And the reset never happens. The solution is to give your hands something to do while your mind goes quiet. Something simple. Something analog. Something that occupies just enough attention to keep you present without demanding your full cognitive load. That's the principle behind this ritual. 20 minutes with a physical coloring book, pages designed specifically for this purpose, and an audio track accessible through a QR code inside the book. The audio isn't music. It isn't a meditation guide talking at you. It's engineered to work with your nervous system while your hands are moving and your mind is finally allowed to decompress. I've been doing this ritual every day for weeks. The first few days were uncomfortable in exactly the way I described. My brain kept looking for stimulation. I kept thinking about things I needed to do, but I stayed with it. By the end of the first week, something shifted. The 20 minutes started feeling like relief instead of resistance. By the second week, I noticed my work sessions were sharper. Tasks I'd been avoiding were getting done. My thinking was clearer. Not because I changed anything else, not because I found a new system, but because I gave my brain what it actually needed, which was time to be quiet. The book is linked in the description. It comes with audio access through the QR code inside. If you try the ritual this week, even just once, leave a comment below and tell me what you noticed. I read every single one. And if this made you think differently about your focus, share it with one person who needs